The peaceful town of Umudike had not seen such excitement in years. A long black SUV rolled slowly into the dusty village. Children abandoned their football game and chased after it. Women stopped pounding yam. Even old men under the knuckle tree rose to their feet. Who could be this rich? They whispered. The vehicle stopped in front of the oldest compound in the village. A tall, handsome young man stepped out, dressed in a simple white shirt and black trousers. Though he looked wealthy, his face carried deep sadness. His name was David. Without speaking to anyone, he walked straight to the abandoned house where an old blind woman, Mama Grace, lived alone. The villagers watched from a distance. David entered the small hut. "Mama," he called softly. The old woman froze. She recognized the voice immediately. "No, it can't be." David knelt before her. "It's me, your last born." The old woman burst into tears. "My son died 22 years ago." David looked into her cloudy eyes. "I didn't die. I was stolen." Silence filled the room. Outside, the villagers began gathering. The shocking news spread through the village like wildfire. But someone was listening from behind the window. An old man quietly smiled. Then pulled out his phone. "He has returned," he whispered. "We must finish what we started 22 years ago." Far away in the city, another black SUV started its engine. 3 dangerous men climbed inside. Their leader looked at David's childhood photograph. This time, he must never leave Umudike alive. As the vehicle sped toward the village, David stood outside his mother's house, completely unaware that death was already coming for him. The black SUV rolled into Umudike just as darkness covered the village. Inside, 3 dangerous men watched David from a distance. "That's him," their leader said quietly. "Tonight, we finish what should have been finished 22 years ago." Back at Mama Grace's house, David sat beside his mother. She held his hand tightly, afraid that if she let go, he would disappear again. "My son," she whispered. "Who took you from me?" David looked into the fire burning inside the hut. "I don't know their names. I only remember waking up inside a truck. They changed my name. They raised me as their own child. When I became an adult, I found an old necklace around my neck. It carried our family symbol. That was how I discovered I wasn't their real son." Mama Grace burst into tears. Before she could speak again, someone knocked on the wooden door. Bang! 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 David slowly stood up. Outside stood the village chief and several elders. "My son," the chief said. "The entire village wants to welcome you home tomorrow." David smiled politely. "I'll be honored." But as the chief walked away, the old man in the cream senator outfit watched from the darkness. His eyes burned with anger. He must never attend that gathering. That same night, the 3 killers quietly climbed over the fence surrounding Mama Grace's compound. One pulled out a long knife. Another switched off his flashlight. The leader pointed toward David's room. "Kill him." Just as they reached the window, a loud voice came from behind them. "What are you doing in my compound?" The killers turned around. It was an elderly hunter holding an old hunting gun. Without hesitation, one of the killers attacked him. A violent struggle began. The sound woke David. He rushed outside. The killers immediately jumped over the fence and disappeared into the darkness. David helped the injured hunter to his feet. The hunter grabbed David's shirt with trembling hands. "They're coming for you. Run before sunrise." Then he fainted. David looked into the darkness. For the first time, he realized returning home had started a war.